Hi Cancer, thank you for joining me. We're going to be taking a look at some shadow work in this series. Now initially I was considering doing readings about the X's for these Halloween specials, but then I decided against that because I felt that touching on some shadow work would be more beneficial. So shadow work is basically a form of self-expression, and through exploring it, it can give you tremendous opportunities for growth and development. When you can accept your shadow parts, it can lead towards you starting to love and accept all of you. Your imperfections are actually what makes you perfect. Everything is always about balance and accepting the shadow and the light within, and utilising both aspects as and when you need to. Also, as a result, you'll find that other people's behaviours won't trigger you as easily, and you can assess your environment more accurately. You'll start to see others and evaluate situations around you with much greater clarity, and you'll no longer see yourself as being either too big or too small. You'll basically feel a lot more in balance. So please remember that this is still a general reading and it's not going to resonate for everybody. So always use your own discernment. You take what's resonating for you and you leave the rest. I cannot censor, choose nor control what's coming out of the cards. I am literally just reading them, and it's up to you what you decide to do with it. You do have free will. Tarot is not in charge. You are. And for everything else, please read the descriptions box. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's get into your reading for you, Cancer. And I will give a gentle reminder here that shadow work, it's not for everybody, okay? It's not for the faint of heart. And you might hear a few things that you don't want to hear. All right, so I'm just putting that out there. Right, this is for the Cancer Collective, please. Shadow work for the Cancer Collective, please. Thank you. Okay, Berith, transformation. So with these cards you get 3 messages. Your first message comes from the creator of the deck. Your second message comes from your own intuition when you're looking at the card. So if you take a minute to relax and just sort of focus on the illustrations and what emotions that particular card is pulling up for you. And then your third message comes from your reader and their intuition. So it says, when enchantment, joy and celebration take over, remember to share your good fortune with others. Berith often appears as a beautiful huntress or a warrior on horseback. Both the horse and her robes are crimson red, and she has a rosy complexion. Upon her head is a crown of gold, and she often plays a harp as she sings, predicting the future in her psalms. In ancient times she was worshipped as a goddess of music and divination by the people of Beirut. She is also the patron of alchemists who search for the secret of turning base metals into gold, often masked by a quest for the Holy Grail, and the motto is transformation. So with this particular card, there's quite a few messages here. The first one I'm getting is the Midas touch, turning base metals into gold. So at the moment it's almost as if you can't put a foot wrong, and you're not trusting of your recent good luck or good fortune. So you're being mindful on not taking your current good run of luck for granted. And for others of you, with the mention of divination, you might be feeling that your intuition is very much on point right now, to the point where it's freaking you out a little bit. So what this card is saying here is for you to trust in your abilities, embrace this internal change that you're currently going through. For some of you, this is pertaining to a spiritual journey and an awakening of your spiritual abilities. And to trust yourself to put your abilities to good use. Because it can be so easy when you've got that sort of ability. It can be really easy to use it for things that are not necessarily great. I'm also seeing for some of you here that you're quite worried that your recent success, your ego could become too involved with that, and you don't want your ego to take over. So it's a really interesting energies. I'm going to start pulling your tarot now and see what else comes out of this. How is Cancer showing up in the world, please? How are others seeing Cancer, please? Thank you. The Five of Wands. Okay, so that's Leo energy. How's Cancer showing up in the world, please? Thank you. The Ten of Swords. That's Gemini energy, and the Four of Coins is Capricorn energy. Right, so you are initiating something here. You've got conflict, competition, drama. You've got a painful ending, and then holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back from saying what you really want to say to someone, someone that you've recently ended things with. Why is the Five of Wands here, please? For Cancer, why is the Five of Wands here, please? Okay, the Ace of Coins, Earth energy, a brand new beginning. Cancer, I can see exactly what's going on here. Your recent success, your sudden run of good luck, it's an issue, not for you, it's an issue for someone else. Because at the moment, you're heading towards good things, right? You were at one point stuck in a certain situation. You've removed yourself from the situation where you felt stuck, and you've initiated change for yourself. Through that, you're actually receiving some form of spiritual help to carry you forward, and that explains your more recent serendipity. Your more recent energies of feeling that your roadblocks, the things that were stopping you from progressing before, they have suddenly been removed, right? You're definitely being spiritually guided here. Now, this is posing a problem for someone else outside of you. They are actually jealous of your recent success. They're jealous of your recent fortune. And you're trying not to allow that to get to your head. You're trying not to play into the shadow side of success. That's what I'm seeing is going on here. With your Four of Coins, you're definitely keeping your cards close to your chest. You're not letting anyone else know about your next move. And also for some of you as well, this is indicating that you're currently saving up for your future. But you're doing it in secret. I'm getting a really sort of secretive vibe that's coming off you at the moment. So there's like a secret savings account or a secret safety net that you're putting in place for your future. And you've been doing that because your intuition has been telling you that you have to put something aside as your safety net. So you're really listening to your spirit guides at the moment. You're really taking on board all of the messages that you're currently getting right now. You're not asking why, you're just trusting in it, and you're doing as these incoming messages are suggesting that you do. I'm hoping we can discover more about this jealous individual though. What are the outside influences affecting Cancer at this time, please? The Queen of Swords. Libra energy. Thank you. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so two queens. The Queen of Cups is your energy, it's Cancerian. The Seven of Cups is Scorpion. The Nine of Coins is Virgo, and the Knave of Cups, that's the Page of Cups, is water energy. Right, so this is indicating that an outside influence has had you in some kind of competition with another individual. This is quite messy, all right? I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's even less so considering this is a shadow read as well. There's very little room to sugarcoat anything in a shadow read. Someone made you feel that you had to compete. All of the time you had to compete for their love, their attention, their affection, and they constantly made you feel that you were just not quite up to par to such and such, right? You constantly felt like you were being triangulated. So this could indicate that some of you were actually dealing with an individual who is either very narcissistic, or at the minimum they had narcissistic fleas, because triangulation is a very common tactic that is used by individuals like that. Very, very common. And they do it to make you feel worthless. And more recently, since you removed yourself from that situation, from that unnecessary competition, you've discovered that things are flowing really, really nicely for you all of a sudden. And that's strange, you're thinking. That's strange. How can it be that one person was stopping me from all of this success? Because they were the ones that were putting the roadblocks in your way. And that's why. They caused too much confusion. They made you question yourself. They made you question your own abilities. In fact, for some of you, this individual made you question your own sanity as well. And it goes without saying that they were making you question your self-worth. They made you feel that whenever you had something to say against their behaviour towards you, they made you feel that you were being unreasonable. And you were not being unreasonable. You were just wanting your space. Nine of Coins. Now, your Page of Cups is indicating that the individual that you removed yourself from, they could well be coming back in here with a promise. So I'm going to clarify that one for you now. Why is the Page of Cups here, please? Why is the Page of Cups here, please? Thank you. Six of Cups, Scorpion energy. Someone from your past, someone from a past life. The card of childhood, nostalgia, making memories, reconciliation with a soulmate. So everything about this read here, Cancer, is indicating that you kicked someone out on their arse. And through that, they realised the worth of the connection with you. So that would make that Page of Cups an apology. Why is the Nine? Thank you. The Nine of Coins is here because of justice. Libra energy. Balance. Karmic balance. Doing the right thing. Making the right decision. So Cancer is showing me that you made the right decision here. You did the right thing here. You freed up your energy. And through that, you actually enabled the opportunities that you were supposed to get to come into you. So this shadow work is all about you questioning yourself. See the outcome of this, please, for Cancer. Thank you. The Eight of Cups. That's Pisces energy. Temperance is Sagittarian, the Two of Cups is Cancerian, and the King of Cups is Scorpion. So it's showing me that the outcome, for those of you that haven't yet made your decision about removing yourself from the individual that is sabotaging your future, that's what it is, okay? It's sabotage. For those who are still playing with the idea of removing yourself from them, and if you haven't yet made up your mind, the Eight of Cups is for you. And it shows that you will be taking that decision to walk away from them and from their BS. It's also showing with Temperance that you're going to be giving yourself some time, and that you'll recognise that time is a healer. Giving yourself time will also help you to balance things out and to find that inner harmony again. It's also about finding meaning and finding the middle ground. So I'm seeing here that for some of you, there could well be a reconciliation with that individual. There could be, yeah. I'm seeing that you will be, some of you, giving that person another chance. And you're going to take your time with it the next time round. For others of you, I'm seeing that you're actually going to be investing yourself in a situation with an individual who is more of the King of Cups energy, which is someone who is very emotionally balanced. They show their love in a very healthy way with the King of Cups. It's a good match for you, basically. Where's the King of Cups and Two of Cups here, please? Thank you. The Seven of Swords is Aquarian, and the Four of Swords is Libra. So yeah, they're saying here, Cancer, don't rush into anything, especially with the Seven of Swords, right? Because the Seven of Swords is a card, I mean, okay, fair play, it's got a lot of different meanings, but it's telling you to take a closer look because it came out with the Four of Swords, which is all about rest, reevaluate, rejuvenate, meditate, and reconsider. So they would like you to reconsider this situation, because they are trying to reconcile with you. They're trying to reconcile with you because of your more recent success, and they're wanting in on what you've got. So don't make any snap decisions here, one way or the other, Cancer. Reevaluate, reconsider. Is this person still lying? Are they still hiding things? In particular, are they still hiding emotions for somebody else? The individual that you felt that you were being matched up against, are they still harbouring those secret emotions towards that individual? It's in the blockage. The Nine of Cups, Pisces energy, wish fulfillment, that's your blockage. That can also be a card about overindulging as well, needing to take things in moderation. Some of you could have been dealing with an individual who is an emotional cripple, and they were using either drink or drugs as a form of escapism. And under there, the King of Coins, Taurus energy. Blockage. So with that being a blockage, it's someone who thinks about money. It's someone who puts money before love, who puts money before life. There's too much focus on finances. There's too much focus on how much you can give to them. I would just be really, really careful here, Cancer. that somebody's not just using you for your finances. Okay, so if you've made it this far into the reading, then please do consider giving me a cheeky wee like, a subscribe or a comment, maybe even all three if you're feeling generous. And thank you so much to all of those who've already supported my channel. It genuinely does mean the world to me, so thank you. Have further clarity, please, for Cancers. Okay. Downcast pride. So it says, bending to adapt becomes an excuse for the habit of bending. The root of sadness and grief is deeper than the skin. The only delusion is the grey sky. Survival is a direct consequence of adaptation. What we call adaptation is not the result of a subtle but constantly constructive change of ourselves, but rather a mockery of it, as we strip day by day of our dignity in order to avoid conflict with a world that would spread us apart. How can we endure this? Maybe through the power of responsibility or through a hidden core of identity. Sometimes we don't use the best part of us, but rather we draw from the ugliest. We survive and bend our knees because we draw out from our laziness, fear and disgust. We let our deepest roots go dry, replaced by what can only be called a surge of lack of self-esteem. We become deluded. When we think that we are only sacrificing our pride, we cling to vanity, but we can't afford dignity. Isn't that sad? Honestly, the true delusion is our faith in fall and winter. While we discard the spring and summer as fairy tales, the sky can change colour too. As long as we sometimes look up, then we can notice. This particular card is telling me, for you Cancer, that that there is an admission here that a situation isn't working. And they're saying that you could have been deluding yourself in thinking that that individual was capable of change. Now, you only wanted to believe that they were capable of change because you like to give others the benefit of the doubt. But all of the proof that they have ever given you is pointing to the same thing. It doesn't matter how many times you give that individual an opportunity to change, they just don't take it. And they're keeping you, or they were keeping you, on some kind of loop. See, with them coming back in with this apology and this promise of change and this promise to do their part and to balance things out with you, it's an empty promise. Because this isn't the first time that that individual has put you through that cycle. And whether or not it's the last time that they put you through that cycle, that's completely up to you. And further clarity, please, for Cancers. See, with that downcast pride card, it's literally all about the need to see things as they truly are, rather than seeing things how you would like them to be. It's seeing what's real and what's not. It's seeing past the illusions that someone else is casting in front of you. It's for Cancer, please. Okay. Ancient, ancestry, Egypt, and magical inheritance. So that's interesting because your first card out was all about divination as well. I'm seeing this, Cancers, as you getting back on your spiritual path. I'm seeing this as you listening to your spirit guides and to your ancestors. Utilizing your natural gifts of very, very strong intuition to know that you made the right decision here. So Cancers, please. Thank you. Insecurity and authority. Yeah. It's like, so there, authenticity. Yeah. It's the weirdest thing, because it's like someone here, they have got an ability with like divination, tarot reading, for example. They could be a very good tarot reader, but they were taken away from their spiritual journey through dealing with this particular situation. Since leaving that difficulty, you found success through your spiritual gifts. And it's showing that your success is going to grow and grow and grow. Some of you could have your own YouTube channel. It could be that as well. For others of you, this could be like Reiki healing, that sort of thing. It's you using your gifts and your abilities to help heal and transform others. And that's something that this individual that you were dealing with, they didn't really like it, because they knew that you were good at it and they didn't want you to outshine them. Now that they've seen a little taste of your success, all of a sudden they're wanting to come back in towards you. So I'd be really, really careful of this individual, really careful. And I never ever say that in a read. I say use your own discernment, but I never say be really careful of this individual. I don't trust them. I don't trust the energies that they're giving off. Even more so when Spirit's saying, reconsider, reevaluate what that individual's telling you. When they come in with an apology, don't make any snap decisions, because this is someone who took you away from your true authenticity. They took you away from your true spiritual journey that only more recently you're getting back in touch with. And you're starting to rediscover your true authenticity. They kept you in a place of insecurity. And if you had continued down that path with that particular individual, you would have realised that that they were taking more from you than what you had to give as well. They were taking more than their fair share from you. For some of you it's time, for others of you it's money. And for the most part, it was both. That individual would have seen you destitute for their own gain. And then authority. You are your own authority. When you look in the mirror, you're starting to see your true power again. You're claiming back your throne of power. You're claiming back your true self. You're also being a lot more mindful about the things that that individual was telling you about other people, because they've had you in a situation where they were triangulating you, and now you're thinking back and looking back on their history that they've got a track record of triangulating others against each other. And now you're starting to join up all the dots. And it's that that is helping you to move forward and to live your true purpose, your true life purpose. This is someone who told you that they were one thing, but then through spending time with them and them putting on you too much, you realised that they were the complete opposite of who they initially told you that they were. So it's vitally, vitally important that you do see through their illusion. Vitally important that you see the truth behind their facade, that you see the person behind their mask. Okay, really, really deep read. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, then the link to do so is in the descriptions box and it's in the pinned comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.